Come walk my dog with me. Yes, I sound a little bit sick and I apologize for that. This cute little guy here is Cuban. He is a pug. And yeah, today I'm going to be telling you his incredible survival story. Let's get going. Okay, we have left my garden, which, by the way, Americans would refer to as a yard. But let's get to my dog's survival story. So first of all, he was the runt of a litter. A runt is pretty much the smallest and the weakest of its litter. And unfortunately, they don't always have the best survival rate. And the litter, in case you were wondering, dog showdown. And a litter is the name that we give the group of puppies that a female dog gives birth to. So to start off, when he was only 9 months old, he had a major op. We say op instead of operation. This is more of your everyday conversational language. When he was 9 months old, he got an op for his soft palate, his epiglottis, and his nostrils. I'm going to explain everything. So your soft palate. If you feel behind the back of your teeth, there is a palate on the top. And this is hard right behind your teeth. Go a little bit back towards your throat, you'll feel that it goes soft. This is called your soft palate. So this was too thick, so they needed to thin it. Then with his epiglottis, this is the little flap, you don't need to remember the fancy word, but this is the little flap at the back of your throat that prevents food from entering your airway. And lastly, he had to get his nostrils widened. This is because when he was born, the little flaps in front of the nose were completely blocking off the airway. And it was making it extremely difficult for him to breathe. And I like to call him my tough cookie. This is a phrase that we use when we want to describe something or someone that pulls through something difficult quite easily. Well, maybe not always easily, but he pulled through. But yeah. Secondly, he then got a hernia. A hernia is when tissue pushes through a weak part of the muscle wall and it creates like a bulge, a bump on the skin. And when we sent him to get neutered, which is the, let's say, medical term for preventing a male dog from being able to reproduce or impregnate a female, they also fixed his hernia. His hernia was placed right where his umbilical cord was. The umbilical cord is the part that was essentially feeding him when he was a puppy in his mother's belly. So this is somewhat of like a park. Not really, we don't have jungle gyms and nothing for people to play on, but it's a large part, like a patch of grass, and the kids do come here to play things like soccer, or you may know it as football. He's like Velcro, does not leave me alone. But yes, that wasn't the worst. Thirdly, he then developed a very bad or severe bladder infection. We knew this was happening because he was not urinating. At first we took him to a vet who said everything was fine, but yeah, everything was definitely not fine. We then took him to another vet that we trusted better. This was also just due to financial issues that we kind of needed to decide which veterinarians we could go to. Nonetheless, we went to the more reliable vet to find out that he had bladder stones. If you don't know what a bladder stone is, it is this hard, like calcified tissue. It's like a stone, quite literally. That's why we call it a bladder stone, which sits in the bladder and makes it extremely painful and difficult to urinate. But when we took him there, we got medication. We tried the non-invasive approach. Essentially, this just means no surgery, no cutting. We took him back to the vet because I realized that he pretty much had not urinated the whole day. And I got a little bit worried. I had that gut feeling. Your gut feeling is when you can tell something's not right. And thank goodness I had this, because when we arrived, they said that his bladder was very close to bursting. And unfortunately, this does usually result in the passing away of an animal. But once again, my little boy pulled through and everything was all right. So 3 operations down, 3 crying Nicoles of worrying about if he's going to be okay, and 3 really tough cookie moments where he completely pulled through, and now he is happy, he is fit, he is fat, not fat, but you get what I mean. He is thriving and he's healthy, and that is the most important part. If you guys have any animals, put their names down in the comments. I'd love to hear about them. Maybe tell me an interesting story about them. Maybe one of their op stories, or just an interesting story you want to share with me. This was Nicole walking her dog. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a lovely day. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.